There is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. There is a spirit in man. There is a dignity to the human spirit. There is a divinity within each one of us that is calling us to go higher. And if we're not honoring that divinity within us, if we're not treating it with dignity, then we're not doing our best. Everyone feels that they can do better. Everyone has a spirit within them that is calling them to go higher, that is calling them to do better, that is calling them to do more, and to see others with dignity, and to see the divinity within others. If we're not honoring the divinity within us, and if we're not treating it with dignity, we can do better. If everyone on this planet understood the divine within them and treated themselves with dignity and stood in their dignity and honored their divinity and honored their dignity and treated others the same way, we would have a new world. We would be moving forward as a human race, doing better, building each other up, having understanding that everyone has divinity within them and everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. If you're not treating yourself with dignity, that's where you start. Do you get up in the morning and get dressed in a way that is dignified of your own spirit? Do you clean your house and make your bed and arrange your apartment? Do you present yourself to yourself as though you are royalty and that you are dignified? Because if we're not, we can do better. Do people around you feel better about themselves in your presence? Are you honoring their divinity and treating them with dignity so that they feel taller when they stand next to you? So that they feel empowered by your presence and not diminished? Do you feel empowered by your presence? The first place to start is honesty. Are you being honest with yourself? Am I being honest with myself? Now, that doesn't mean go bash yourself and make yourself feel bad about mistakes that you've made. We've all made mistakes. But do you know that you can do better? Do you trust that you can do better? Are you honest that the power of the divinity that is within you is coming from a place larger than you? That it's not about your human capacity? It's about your humanness yielding and being humble to the divine that is within you. It's not about us. It's about letting the divinity shine through us and getting the ego out of the way. Be honest and be humble. Be humble enough to stand in your divinity, because the strength of that means you are going to stand in a dignified fashion. You are going to have a dignity about you because it is divine and it's not manufactured. Be honest. Be honest about how you're viewing others. Are you seeing them as lower than you are? Are you seeing them as higher than you are? If we're not seeing each and every person on this planet as equal and as dignified as we are, as holding the divinity that we have, a house divided falls. If you are feeling shame or guilt or criticizing yourself, start with that. Start with understanding that no matter what you've done, no matter how many mistakes you've made, and we've all made mistakes, that your spirit has not been touched by that. Your spirit can rise. When Mandela came out of prison after 27 years, he was asked over and over again, how do you come out without hatred, without shame, without hating the people who put you there for 27 years and took that away from you? And he said that his mind needed to rule his blood. That he needed to manage his thinking and not be overcome by the emotions of hatred. He knew that he was dignified. He knew that he had a divinity within him. And the emotions will come and go. The emotions will rise and fall. We will feel anger. We will feel hatred. But what we do with that and how we manage ourselves in the face of that, that's where we claim dignity. And that's where we claim the divinity within us that nobody can take away from us. Nobody. And we cannot take it away from anyone else. It is our duty to see the divinity within us and stand with dignity. It is our duty to see the divinity within everyone around us and treat them with dignity. How would you act? How would you behave if Mandela were coming to your home? Would you put on something different? Would you arrange your house or your apartment differently?
It's 8 o'clock.
Would you stand tall? Would you feel in his presence that you deserved to be there? That's what we need to be doing. Do you do that for others? When you arrive, do the people around you stand taller? Do they feel better about themselves? What is that good work? To do justly and to walk humbly and to have mercy. To be just, to see with the eyes of fairness, and to give people what they deserve, which is to stand in their divinity with dignity. Everyone, every one of us deserves this. And if you're not seeing your own divinity, then it's time to start. And if you're not honoring your own divinity by standing with dignity, then it's time to start. It's time to be honest with yourself about the level of divinity that is within you. With all humility, recognizing that it comes from a power beyond ourselves. It is given to us. We don't have to earn it. You have the kingdom of heaven within you. Honor it by standing with dignity and treating others with dignity and honoring the divinity in each and every one of us. The human spirit is strong and cannot be diminished. Let's all rise together. Let's all see the light within each and every one of us. And let's make this planet brighter by shining out and being the divine nature that you are meant to be. Claim your divinity and stand in it with dignity, and allow the others around you to do the same, and encourage the others around you to do the same. And by doing that, we will all stand in the light, and we will make this planet a better place. I send you love and I bless you. Let's do this together.